Oh, hey, Pencil. What are you lighting up right now? You sure you want to know? Yeah. I mean, I don't really take you for a guy who'd light something up, so if you're lighting something up, it's got to be good, right? Oh yeah, this pack is delicious. Here, have a piece. Oh, thanks, man. Is this Meliodas? Thank you to our final patrons, Strawbones and Aaron. Now, before we get into this breakdown / review of why I want Meliodas to not be alive anymore, please leave your own thoughts on why Meliodas should stay alive, or maybe not, in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you hit that little notification once you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. You can support for as low as $1 a month to get exclusive videos, early content, and more. Now, let's hop into the discussion. What's up, guys? I'm the Pencil here, and I need him dead. And now, hear me out. Because I've been constantly getting asked, right? Why do I want Meliodas to get packed up? Specifically packed up. I'm not saying sealed. I'm not saying put in a coma. I'm not saying removed from the story in some arbitrary way. I don't even want him sealed in purgatory. I need the man not alive. Not alive anymore. I need him just out. I need him gone. I need him just completely removed permanently. I don't want no Edo Tensei. I don't want no whatever other bring back to life. I don't need no Dragon Balls and nothing. I just want the guy to not be breathing anymore. And notably, this is coming from, if you're new to the channel, because you just stumbled across this video, Meliodas stand number 457, like legitimately top 3 favorite characters from the original series, one of my favorite characters of all time. Obviously, bro, goated, easy, but I need him dead in Four Knights of the Apocalypse, very specifically because I do not want him to get Naruto and Sasuke. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have been living off the internet for a while, you may not have heard of a little manga / now anime called Boruto. And it is the sequel series to the famous, well-selling, probably most popular anime of all time, Naruto. And, well, Dragon Ball. But still, regardless, the thing about Boruto is that it has a little problem where, due to the fact that it takes place within the lifespans of our original series characters, to the point where our original series characters would be even stronger than they were at the end of their original series. And the current cast is young, and thus should not be able to handle threats for this new series that the series is going to inevitably face in order to keep up with the power creep of the original series. It means that there's a bit of a problem. Naruto and Sasuke reasonably should be solving every single problem that Boruto has, because they are the strongest beings that ever exist. However, in order to compensate for that, they introduce beings with power levels way above the original series, which keeps Naruto and Sasuke in the underdog position, but at the same time devalues all the supremacy that they had worked so hard for in the original series. And you may be wondering why I'm bringing this up, because the same thing is happening right now. For sevendeadlysins, Meliodas spent pretty much the entire series growing back to his original level of strength, and then far surpassing it. Then he threw that peak of strength away because Nagaba didn't know what to do with it, and he started a sequel series of the series. But still, this is what ended up happening. Meliodas is supreme. He's at the top. He is that guy, for one exception. Daddy Arthur. And notably, I like it that way. I would prefer it that Meliodas, in all his daddyhood, stays supreme, absolute, the top, the peak, minus the Chaos family, because you know these things happen. However, what I'm afraid of, if we do keep him alive, and we keep him around, or we keep him sealed, or we put him in a coma, if we do anything that doesn't involve removing all 7 of his hearts, stabbing them through, and then eradicating them from existence by separating them across the 7 different realms, he could hypothetically be devalued. He could be removed. He could be annihilated. All the hype and build-up around Meliodas could be washed away. All the memes that happened to Naruto and Sasuke could happen to Meliodas, and I don't want that to happen. That's the thing. I do this out of love for Meliodas. I call me Esterosa because I'm killing him, because I love him. I don't want him gone. As in, I like his character. I appreciate what he could do. He could make a great mentor to the new cast. All that could be wonderful. Like, it'd be great to see him train Tristan over his demon powers that he should have been doing for the past 16 years. But, you know, whatever. Like, there's so much that Meliodas could reasonably do. However, if you took a notice of something, we're already running into problems with him still being alive and in the general vicinity. Ever since Meliodas showed up, ever since there were invaders to the kingdom, ever since the original Chaos Commandments showed up, my first question on the top of the line, peak of the bargaining list, was, hey, Mr. Meliodas, the guy with the ability to clone himself, and if not that, send a dark orb out that could solo a majority of the verse in base form, why are you letting things destroy your kingdom? Put your own people at risk. Fight your kids. Like, legitimately, why are you doing that? And the thing is, Nagaba doesn't have an answer. He was just standing around waiting, guarding Bartra, I guess. It's not like Elizabeth, another one of the strongest characters in the verse, was sitting right there and was watching Bartra. I don't know, I guess not. And thusly, and even before that, before he even went to guard Bartra, he was just letting the Chaos Commandments rock out. He was just standing around. You want to know why? Because you cannot have an original series character do things when you have a new cast of main characters. And we are into this endless, infinite problem where as long as he's there, as long as he should be able to sense what's going on, he should be helping, because that is within his character to do. No matter what new position he has, no matter what it is, he has multiple abilities that would have allowed him to solve this problem. When did the Chaos Commandments get introduced? What, like 10 chapters ago? But he's not. He doesn't. Because that would ruin the plot. That would ruin the stakes. So, if we're going to have that problem with Meliodas, what happens if we're ever near the Fairy King's Forest? And we have Big Papa Bon, bro, who was throwing hands and kicks with the Prime Demon King, who now has 16 years of even more existence on top of that. I wonder, maybe he has more gains. What if we're near the other Fairy King's Forest, and we have Big Papa King rolling around? Really? Sensing that, oh no, something's going wrong. Maybe I, as Fairy King, should step in with my Omega gains after training on the Dahlia program for the past 16 years. Diane, look at my triceps, biceps, and quads. Like, maybe I should step in. But he can't. Gother. And to be fair, I snuck you with Meliodas on the thumbnail. But secretly, I have this problem with all the original sins. Gother, for any reason, risking the four knights not reaching Leonis, even if he knew Lancelot was there, which I assume he did. I'm assuming that's the main reason he let them go. It was dumb. Because, Gother, you are more than strong enough to handle the problem yourself and let them get to Leonis. If anything bad would happen, if a mistake were to happen that you could have avoided, it would have been your fault. Every single original series character that has the ability to be relevant in terms of power, in terms of strength, in terms of girth, every time they are inactive, but we know they are there, it's going to cause problems. That's why Naruto and Sasuke, that happened in the anime. Yeah, that happened in the anime at this point, got nerfed. Because, I think Kishimoto, and I forget the guy who writes Boruto now, but that's why they ran into the problem. Wait, we can't keep these, and I'm not talking about the nerf as in, oh, I'm out of chakra, blah, 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 oh no, the new enemies are strong. I'm talking about nerfs as in they lost Kurama and the Rinnegan. Like, legitimately, these nerfs happened because the writers of the story realized, I can't have these strong original series characters around being characters if they can solve all the problems. So what's the best thing to do in that scenario if I want to A, keep the characters around, and B, not have them solve all the problems? Oh, I know, I'll make them weaker. And I'll admit this, I think Nakaba started to do this at the end of the previous series. Like, there is no real reason that you had to write it so that Meliodas had to throw away his true magic. Something he had been building up towards for the entire series. Other than the fact that, wait a minute, if I make Meliodas that strong, it's going to be a problem for the sequel series I'm going to write. There is no reason for Bond to have to give up his immortality. Unless you're waiting and thinking, oh wait, I can't have an immortal man who could just go train in purgatory for who knows how long and get infinitely stronger. Let me take away that. There is no reason to make King's Spirit Spears weaker once you split them, unless you realize, wait a minute, if King can run around with 4 Spirit Spears and stay in his adult form forever where he's super strong OP, great man on Earth, I can't write his sequels. Like, there's so many things. Diana, he got a barely 2 times level amp out of the beginning of the series because he can't be that strong. Merlin got a scot-free. She's a villain now. It's fine. We don't care what happens to Merlin. But that's the thing. There's writing issues when you have a sequel series. and those writing issues are hard to solve. Like, I can't answer it. My solution is to slaughter them all. Get rid of them. Like, and I say slaughter mainly because I think it could work. I think it definitely could work. It will not work in the context of someone who did not read Seven Deadly Sins and is reading Four Knights of the Apocalypse. If you've just read Four Knights of the Apocalypse, Meliodas is that guy who tricked Percival to eating a nasty pie and then ended up accidentally drugging him and sent him off to fight demons. That's about it. Well, he didn't send him off. He was going to take Percival to the castle. But still, Meliodas means nothing to people who have not read the original series. So do the rest of the sins. So reasonably, it's fine. Kill them off. Like, legitimately, my reason that I want Meliodas dead is so that we can have stakes, have our characters, and have it so that all of Meliodas' legacy is well preserved. Okay, sure, he died, but who do I want him to die to? Who do I want the sins to die to? Let's just talk about that now. He just appeared in the latest chapter, chapter 76. Guess who showed up? Big Daddy Arthur. Guess who got ready to fight? Big Daddy Meliodas. Guess who needs to die? Big Daddy Meliodas. I think it works. I think it's perfect. You have the big bad final boss slaughter one of our main character's father directly in front of them for the whole world to see, and bada bing, bada boom, you kill two birds with one stone. You get Meliodas out of the narrative so you can keep all the stakes and have your new main characters rise up and be the new main characters without any uber super powerful demon king level warriors just roaming around. And at the same time, the uber powerful super demon king warrior wandering around dies to someone who is worthy of taking their life. Because admittedly, if you were to introduce a subordinate of Arthur, even Merlin, I'd say it wouldn't really work for me. But like, say you were introduced this new powerful subordinate, like say Pelgar just got an insane chaos amp. Like out of nowhere, bro just suddenly became top 10 in the verse. Like just because Arthur's like, you know, Pelgar, I really, really like you, dog. Here, take these gains. Pelgar's like, oh, King Arthur, these gains, they're amazing. I'm flexing. Yeah, I wouldn't like that if he were to come in and off Meliodas. Mainly because the precedent for him destroying Meliodas, the Demon King and our main character, it isn't too much. But Arthur, a person who apparently now has beef with Meliodas and pretty much all of the other races and the seven deadly sins themselves, and also happens to be the literal strongest being in the verse, coming along and saying, hey Meliodas, you are enough of a threat that I need to execute you right here and now before I build my everlasting kingdom, gets rid of him. I think it works out. We get everything. And sure, is it sad that we lose Daddy Meliodas? Yes, it is sad. You know, I'll cry a few tears. You know, I will break down live on mic if Nakaba ever decides to just, you know, put Meliodas in a coffin. As much as I've been praying on his downfall, as much as I've been hoping for some death flags, as much as I want him to go, I'm still going to feel bad. Like I said, Meliodas is one of my favorite characters of all time. However, I think for the sake of the narrative, for the sake of the characters within the narrative, for the sake of preserving Meliodas' legacy, for the sake of doing everything that a writer needs to write a sequel series without devaluing the original series, which is a very difficult task to do. Hot cross buns, that stuff is difficult. I think this is the best way to do it. Have Arthur take Meliodas' life and have him systematically go around and slaughter anyone who could be of value. I want to see Zeldris on the floor, Elizabeth on the floor, Diane on the floor, King on the floor, Bond on the floor, Elaine on the floor. I need every single character who could hypothetically solve the problems of the new series because they were powerful in the original series. I don't know why I said Elaine. Powerful in the original series to get gone. And in reality, it's all for the sake of the story. However, who knows? Maybe this does not convince you. Maybe you still want Meliodas to live. Maybe you still want more time with him. Maybe you don't want chapter 78 to end with Arthur playfully stabbing all 7 of his hearts. If so, please tell me down below. Do you think I made sense in this discussion? Do you think I'm making a logical point to bring up the fear of keeping Meliodas around on a narrative level, and keeping him around could cause problems? Or do you think no? Is there another way that we could keep Meliodas around, keep him powerful, and keep him useful without contradicting the narrative at hand? That doesn't involve sealing and or coma, because I've heard those and I don't like them, because that could mean he could always come back and cause problems later, unless the series just power creeps him. But even then, would y'all like that? Would y'all like if Meliodas just got power crept out of the narrative? Meliodas, the main character of the original series, would you like if he got power crept? Actually, tell me that too down below. I want to hear everything. Let's have a good discussion down below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, here to tell you that please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you haven't already. Also, I do have a notification bell that you can hit so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. On top of that, I do have a Patreon down below. You can support for as little as $1 a month. You can see exclusive videos, early content, and more. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.